Nahar, and then we'll go to the typical Kavanos. And let's see where the page would be over here. So we saw over here in the first part, just trying to analyze what he's been doing. He's showing us different flows of light. He starts off from Bina, and then it goes to Chochmah, then he goes from Bina, that is from Yit Gadal v'Yis Kadash, and then Shmei Rabbah is the same thing. It goes the same way. Then yesterday we had a look at the phrase at the top says, let me get myself lined up here. It says, Yikabin lahamtik hamochin the iver v'the yanika, that's a mochin of kindness, the abba v'ima berishimo. Where this shimo came from exactly, as originally there was some godless. Berishimo the chavayus, the godless. So you're going to try to put them together, and this is like a sweetening process when you're doing this. And then we looked at the main, and only had one question about the main, because it seems like it's really going down the zot to a certain extent. But it's interesting that he says the line continues between the legs. I'm not sure what exact when we come to the letter nun. The nun is like a long line. So exactly what that's about, I don't know. Now the next one, so just to look at it, I could take more time another time, but I'm just not that well organized today. The next one is Balmah Divara Kiruse V'yamlech Malchuse V'yatzman Bakune V'kara Meshiche Amen. All of those words. So the Kavanah is really like this. So let's read what the top part says. He's got another Amen on the left side. If you look at the diagram, so that's really I don't know if I think it's the same thing, same idea. So he says, and he said, because what was bothering me about the nun is that it seems like it's endless. It just like goes between the legs. It doesn't say that it makes a connection. I'm not sure that's true that it says that. With Malchus, for example, it goes straight down. It doesn't seem to say that. But anyway, let's see what he says. If Klalos Eser Tevos, so in these 10 words that we're about to say, Miba'alma, from the word Miba'alma, Ad Meshiche, that's the way the 10 words are, and here he has it below us. Yikavin lahamshech tselem the nerantchi the chaya, imamochin the godless the abba. Let's just go over that. Your kavanah should be to stream. Let's say I use the word stream. And here we have the word tselem again, which I decided to say that tselem is part of the aspect of the Kol Tzama. So it's a levush of the nerantchi, the two of them coming together. Why these two are paired? Why he took these two? And not something else, but he says that Tselem is a little bit of a Kli in relationship to perhaps the Oros. That's what nine. So it's the Kli and the Oros. Let's say that. I'll try that idea. And where are they coming from? They're coming from Chaya, which is a Makif, which is a big place. Im Hamochin the Godless the Abba. Together now we're also bringing down Mochim the Godless the Abba. This is our Kavanah. Shehem Eser Osios the Sag. Now, everything we're learning in the Sifra to the Yuta is telling us that Sag refers to the ear, which the ear refers to Bina. So here he says, Shehem Eser Osios the Sag lepartzufi Chochmah dezah, and those parts of the Chochmah dezah. And now he goes back and he says the same idea again. I think he might put no, he just says the same thing. Shehem, and what is the? Now he did put something new in. He says Osius the Sag lepartzufi Chochmah dezah. So what's the parts of Kol Chochmah dezah? And then he says that Shehem Erik Anpin V'nok V'yasas V'nok. So if that's a complete list, that's what seems to be. It seems like it's missing. But on the other hand, we're talking about Chochmah itself. That is the Chochmah of the parts of the Chochmah Dezah, and it really, I don't know, it just exposed these things. I'm not sure what he's trying to say. Then he said the Heichel Kodesh Kodshim Dasiya. Now we're going into the top of Hisiya, right? The Tzilos. Just not only that, but also looking at it in Ovi, you would also be going to everywhere else. Same process, going out. So he says, now here the word Balmah Divara Kirusei, V'amnach Malchusei, V'yatz V'v'gona B'chana B'shichei, Amen. He says the word Amen, and we had a comment on that. So he says, here's the last part we're going to do. Well, maybe not, but we'll see. Gam Yakavin Lahamshik Baked Salme Narantche. So now you're going to have this conflict, a stream. This is what you're trying to, your mind should be trying to do. Send out base Salme Narantche. Again, it sounds like the Oros, the whole complete Oros, with some kind of a Chitzonis. This time the Yechida. Then the Ranchi, the Chaya, all the Oros here, then we talk about the Oros of Yechida and the Oros of Chaya. Ima Mochin the Godless, the Ima, together with the Mochin of Godless that come from Ima. Is that from that Rishimo he said before? Shehem, and he says, what are they, the Mochin the Godless of Ima, which are 14 letters? He says, what 14 letters? He said, the Pasha, the Mali, the Ma. I'm Ramazan B'Teva's D. That is a record in that idea that they have the word Yad is the word D, which is the number 14, which is a Pasha and a Mali. The thing is that the question is, and I think there may be an answer somewhere, but I'm not sure, is why Ma? But at any rate, he said Ma. So it's this what it is. This is the Kavanah to have. So again, we'll just finish off with this. We'll go back to it maybe. Gam Yekavin Lahamshik Beit Salma and the Ranchi the Yechida and the Ranchi the Chaya. So you're taking these Oros. Im HaMochin the Godless the Imok together with the Mochin of Godless the Iba. So this is your concentration. You've got Mochin the Godless of Ima somehow in your power to bring this down. Okay, now Rebbe cut out. So I got to call. Go to reasons. There we go. Okay, I'm back. You're back. Okay, so anyway, just trying to go over some of the language and analyze the language of the Rashash and see what it can be understood and what not. Let's just read across the top one more in this little piece right before we get to the diagram. Gam Yekavin Lahamshik Beis Salmin Narantchi. So these lights are bringing these Oros, the Narantchi the Chaya, and just Oros again from Chaya. These big lights. Ima Mochin the Godless the Ima. So now Mochin the Godless the Ima is something that's going to go into Zeranpin. Shehem Yud Daled Osius. And he says, what are the Mochin the Godless the Ima? They're the 14 letters, just letters. Just the 14 letters of the Pashat and the Mali Dema, Amramazin B'Teva's D, which is the second word in Ba'alma D. That D right there is, I remember Rabbi Memram pointed this out, since it really doesn't stick at all, or didn't. So this is the style of the Rashash. He says, Mali Dema, Ramazin of the letter D. So you see there's a hint to it in the Ba'alma D. So once you say D, that you're talking about here, the Pashat and the Mali of Ma. So he says, Lebeis Partsufim Keser v'Chochma Dezah. Then they go down to two Partsufim, the Keser Marcha Dezah. And he says, what is the Keser and the Chochma Dezah? He says, here we're talking about not just Zah. He says, we're talking about Yaakov Arochel part of Zah, which is from the Chaz of the Mata Dezah. The Zer Anpin, the Siya, the Zah, which is in the Siya of Zah, the Tzilus, and in Ovi, all the way down, I think is what it means, Vasida Shatachtoina. Okay, so that's the that's something I do with just trying to work on the language of the Rashash. So now we have a couple of minutes, so let's look at the Tivuk Avanos. I think, I don't know. But I think that we're on number Resh Kaf Bet in number on page Taf Resh Yud Gimel. That's where I think we're at. So at the top it says Sham Nizboyer Tam Smichos Geula the Tefillah, and why it is Ve'ein Beinechem Kaddish. So he says, well, I guess we could read down below. Resh Kaf Bet. Resh Kaf Bet says, Ubezeh Shapirish Rav es Achiluk, Sheyeshlu Bein Hamalchus the Olam Atzilus, Lebein Hamalchus Shal Shlosha Olomos Bri Yitzir Nesiya, Tavein Lama Bein Kach, Lama Bein Kol Olam Va'olam Tiknuch V'Lom Kaddish Echad. So why not everywhere else? Yuva b'vnei ma oimrim kaddish bein kol olam v'olam v'dahaydach shekah shechem ma'alim as olam asiyah. When you're bringing up Siyah up into Yitzira, 1 second. Yitzira, oimrim kaddish acher echad. We say one kaddish there. Kadei la'alchos the Yitzira in order to get up into Yitzira. So there's a Kaddish, and we're going to see later on, he's going to get into the different purposes, the different uses of parts of the Kaddish. Vuha Kaddish she'oinbem achre Rabbi Shmuel Omer, b'shlosha Esther Midas Ater in the Dresh, is that one. Called the B'mirbis Hodo. So right in there, just want to make sure we understand what we're at. V'kash shechem ha'alim es olam b'yitzira l'olam abriya. Omim kaddish echad v'hu ha'kaddish and ne'em brocha b'bein yishtabach the bracha. So he says another one over there. There you say, that's the bracha where you say yotzer or. So he says chutz, with the exception, min olam abriya, l'olam atzilus, shuhu bein geula the tefillah, that one. What about it? Kishem alav as olam abriya l'olam atzilus, the haida bein gol yisawel the tefillas amida, as aim omrin kaddish, and then you don't say kaddish. The fi hatam the vatam the fi he said vatam lazeh shenishtan baselias olam abriya l'olam atzilus, that there's a change. He said for bria the tzirus bezo she'ein omrim kaddish bein gol yisol l'cholas the fila ve'edu bein asiyah the yitzira bein yitzira the bria omrim kaddish. So just to repeat himself, I'm sorry. It's called Klaus Malchus of Atzilus because all of the whole category of the Malchus of Atzilus, Hebrew Rosh Bria, finds up that it itself, a category of it, is down below in Yitzira and Bria. Whom Mishum Shekol Klaus Eses Spheres Shal Malchus the Olam Atzilus congregated into those 4 lower spheres that we're talking about. Yordim Islavshin Bekisa Shal Olam Abria. But there's no being, related more than this. Being kain, so if it so it says it's ein kirva gedoyle mimasha sha'olam atzilus va'olam abriya. There's nothing really more close than that. Smuchim v'karovim and v'duvakim zebezeh, so they're really parts of one and the same thing. Vein sork la'alos abriya b'chatzilus. You don't have to bring up bria to atzilus. Ki kavar bria kushura kasher amitz im amalch d'chatzilus b'tachlis achro. So ultimately, it's got completely a part of atzilus in it. V'lechein ein sork la'alos as olam abriya la'olam atzilus shahare olam abriya kavar kasher amitz. Ima Esses Sephira Shal Malchus the Tzilus V'kulam V'olam Atzilus Na'asach B'chalib Echad Ima Olam Abriya So now it's not like really changing a lomel. So lomel acher, he says. So therefore, that's the reason why, because it's so full of the whole essence of Itzilus already. So this is a concept you have to think about in Olam Abriya. You have really actually Olam Atzilus is there. So Shetzarek Lismok Geula de Tefila ve'en lahapsi benehen. Shehi hakriya Abriya b'malchus Atzilus. Ki a Geula hi be'olam Abriya. But Tefila hi b'malchus Atzilus ha'omedes be'olam Abriya. Ubezel shacham b'malchus omedes atzmo. You're read it be'olam Abriya that it goes down in Olam Abriya. Shneichem na'asim echad, that both of them become like one. Kamosha Pirish Rab L'Kaman, as we understand that idea. So now you can understand this. Mikan lo nizbar as it's Hashem, but then he doesn't go on. And apparently, he says, so he said, Mikan lo nizbar, and so I don't have any more explanation. He says, Hashem nimshach, levar of Eses Hashem nimshach levar v'od chazan the moed, so it get better as we go along. How are we doing time-wise?
It.
Okay, that's it. Yeah,